Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's SRT Study in Europe webinar. My name is Katerina, and I'm extremely excited to be your moderator today. We will have the pleasure to meet 3 universities from Europe and their lovely presenters. Let's see them. Yana Polnichenko from Modul University, Vienna, Kostadin Shopov from Jacobs University, Bremen, and Heidi Martin from Vesalius College, Brussels. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for joining.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
So this webinar will continue approximately 1 hour, and after the presentations, we will have a question and answer session. Then you will be able to ask all of the questions you might have. So please listen carefully and write down all of your questions in the chat on the right side of your hand. My colleague Anastasia will be taking care of you there. Tell us as well where you're joining us from today, how is the weather, and what's the time. So I'm very happy to pass the word to our gentleman today, Kostadin Shopov from Jacobs University.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay. Okay, good. I hope you see well. Thank you again for having me. I will be your presenter today for Jacobs University. First of all, I want to begin with a few words about studying in Germany. Overall, Germany is a great place to study. Jacobs University is located in Bremen. As you all know, Germany is the largest economy in Europe and apart famous for good cars, beer, and great sausages. Is also very clean, safe, and stable. So Jacobs University, as per the official name, or Jacobs as it is also known, is a private English-speaking university. All programs are entirely taught in English, and it's a campus-based university. It's similar to the American institutions, and the founding institution of Jacobs is Rice University, Houston, Texas, and therefore all students live and study together in our campus. This is a picture of it. It's very beautiful. It's very big. It actually looks like a small village of its own. Some basic facts and figures. So we're proud to be a very international institution. Currently, we have more than 120 nationalities living on campus. A relatively small institution, close to 1,600 students. So very for this number, it's very cultural and very diverse. All students live in 4 residential colleges on campus. We have 3 focus areas, guys. So we have mobility, health, and diversity. Here is the list of our programs. So in the mobility, I will stress a bit more on the programs now. In the mobility focus area, we offer computer science programs, artificial intelligence, computer engineering, electrical engineering, plus mathematics. Also in the health sector, we have very interesting programs ranging from biochemistry, biotechnology, environmental sciences. We have at the moment, we are proud to have one of the best facilities and labs in Germany, and we are super high ranked for health sciences. But apart from engineering and science, we have also humanitarian programs, diversity programs, as we call them. So we there is global economics, social and cognitive psychology, business administration, also plus international relations. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are American type of institution, let's say. So which means that you can combine a major and a minor. And all the programs that you see here are 3 years long. I will show you the educational method that we follow. It's called the 3C model. So in the first year, you will start taking classes. You can take classes from different majors. In the second year, you can declare your major. You have the option to change it from the first year and add a minor as well. The third year is entirely career orientated, which means that you have the option to go and study abroad with one of our partner universities, or finishing, of course, there is a compulsory internship part as well. As you can see here is, I will show briefly the list of our partner universities. You can go on exchange in the States, in another European university, in Asia. So it's really a great choice. Being a rather small institution means that you will get more personal attention. Our professors will not only teach you, but they will be your mentors as well. You will have the option to participate in different business projects that the university takes part in. So the close interaction actually with professors allows you to develop very quickly, to participate in many fascinating things that the university is part of. Here is, as I said, there is a compulsory internship part. We also, here is a list of some of the companies that we work with. We organize a big career fair every year, and we invite all of them directly on campus. And our fantastic career team will prepare you with good CV, how to perform on interview, all those important things that will make you stand out when you speak directly to employers. Also, something very important that I want to stress on is the campus life. It's really something different for most European universities. Being in a campus means that you are part also of a community. You live on one place, you study there. You will have the opportunity to join different student clubs, different activities, as you can see, ranging from business, computers, startups also, but entertainment, art. So really very diverse portfolio of activities on campus. We offer also single room accommodation, which means that you won't be sharing a bunk bed with 2 or 3 people. And as I mentioned in the beginning, students live in 4 residential colleges. They have their own teams, so it's really interesting. They compete between each other. They initiate different activities that are typical for the college. Something very important about admission requirements. So we require standardized tests such as SAT or ACT plus English proficiency. This can be TOEFL, IELTS, or even Duolingo, something very relevant, I think, at the moment, which you can take from home. The rest is pretty standard. A couple of recommendation letters, motivation, of course, your CV list of activities, and this is entirely through Common App, and it's the application for Jacobs is free of charge. Of course, fees and financing, this is something very important. The tuition fee of Jacobs University is 20,000 euros per year, and room and board is 8,000. However, we are a need-blind university, which means that we offer financial help to students no matter where they come from. In different ways, I will show you an example in a second. You can actually cover the full tuition fee. This is a graph which explains the different costs in different countries. Of course, it depends whether you're EU or non-EU students in some cases, but and also here shows Jacobs University's price in full. But as I said, this price can be covered. We have 3 ways of financing. Students are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships when they apply. This can be up to 75%. Students can apply also for need-based grant, which can cover up to 100%. And also we have a student loan, which is similar to the ones in the UK. So students are offered tuition deferral. It's called Just Study at Ease. And this is repaid when students graduate, they find a job and reach certain income. And as you can see on the bottom, expected family contribution is 8,000 euros, which covers room and board, as I mentioned. So this is Jacobs in a nutshell. So if you want to be part of community, if you want to study majors and minors and great innovative programs, please come and join us, apply to us. I'll be your point of contact as well. Here is my email address. Please feel free to refer any questions directly to me. Thank you very much. So next speaker will be Diana from Modul. Enjoy, guys.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining this webinar today. So my name is Diana, and I represent Modul University, Vienna.
I was looking for an education that gives me a good foundation later on, but at the same time lets me discover new things.
We have a great community at Modul University. The classes are small, so students can interact with each other. It's great to see the students grow in a professional and personal way.
Our students are really open-minded. I'm always amazed on how ambitious they are and the passion they bring to their studies.
When I decided to move to Vienna and do my bachelor studies here, it made me realize the things I care about the most.
We have a wonderful faculty here from all over the world. Professor Ivo Benocny is the one I look up to the most. He has a captivating character and I think he's really helpful and a great teacher.
Through our internship program, our students can gather real-life experiences from the first year on. Our job placement program offers great opportunities to our students once they graduate.
After I finished my studies here in Vienna, I want to do my master degree at one of the leading American business schools.
I am striving to work in the tourism industry.
Let's see what the future brings.
Our bachelor program prepares our students for jobs in the private, in the public, as well as in the non-profit sector, and for an academic career as well.
When I decided to study abroad, I always wanted to live in such an amazing city like Vienna.
It is indeed amazing. It's very vibrant and safe, and everyone speaks English here too.
Vienna is in the heart of Europe, and all the other cities are in the neighborhood, such as Rome, Paris or Amsterdam. And what about the culture?
Yeah, it's amazing. Beethoven and Mozart actually used to live here. It's the musical capital of the world.
And it is also the biggest German-speaking student city of the world.
You can imagine what that means.
Hey Dad, I'm good.
Through our internship program, our students can gather real-life experiences.
Also the biggest German-speaking student city of the world.
You can imagine what that means.
Hey Dad, I'm good. I came here because I was looking for a great education that prepares me for my professional life. You know what I found in addition? Myself.
So hello everyone one more time, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Diana, and I am representing Modul University Vienna, a private international university located in Vienna, Austria. So here you can see my contact, and if you have any questions after this presentation, you can also contact me and ask them. Now on the screen, you can see the view on our campus. So we're located, as I said, in Vienna on a beautiful hill called Kallenberg. And you can see our campus on the left side of the screen, and on the right side, the beautiful view over the city of Vienna. So now I'll move on with some key facts about the Modul University and what we are. So we have 1 to 20 faculty to student ratio, which means that for every 20 students, we have 1 faculty member. And that means that we do have the personal approach between teacher and the students, and that you can ask them many questions and they know you by name, so you're not just a number in the university. We currently also have 71% of international student body, which means that the university is really international, and our students are coming from more than 100 countries, and they represent their countries on our campus. Also, all of our programs are taught completely in English, but we are also offering more than 30 languages, foreign languages, that you can study on campus together with your bachelor studies. Also, we have more than 700 partner companies worldwide and about 8,000 graduates worldwide, which makes a really strong and international alumni community. As already mentioned, all of our programs are taught entirely in English, so you don't need to know German in order to study in Vienna. We also offer personalized teaching approach, and I will talk a bit more about this later. Our studies start in spring or fall, so if you wish to take a gap semester and start in spring, you can also do that, or you can also start, of course, in fall. We also offer worldwide exchange semester opportunity for all of our students who wish to go abroad for 1 semester, and we do provide a global career and network opportunities for all our students. As for the study programs, we offer different bachelor programs, and I will show them a little bit later, but now I will talk about the teaching approach at Modul University. So our teaching approach combines different elements. It is research informed, which means that our research potential at the university is really strong. And a couple of days ago, we were again ranked in top 25 multi-rank ranking for among the top-cited universities with top-cited publications. But also, together with that, we have a practical experience. Our students receive a practical experience in campus, and they can join the workshops. They also have a lot of different presentations and group works during the courses. So it is a combination of the research-informed and practical experience. Also, we have a student-centered approach, which means that you really get a personal approach to the professor, and you always can share your questions or concerns, and they will be answered. And besides that, also, we do provide a continuous assessment for our students. That means that we do not have one stressful week of exams in the end of the semester, but we do assess our students continuously based on different grades for participation, for instance, for presentations, individual papers, quizzes, and many more. So then in the end, you have a more objective grading. So as for our programs, study programs, you can see full list of the programs on the screen. You can start with the foundation program in order to prepare yourself for the bachelor. There are 7 bachelor programs that we offer at Modul. It's either Bachelor of Science programs or Bachelor of Business Administration programs. We also do offer Master, MBA, and PhD programs that you can continue with later after your bachelor's. So as for the program structure, you can see that the foundation program lasts 1 semester, so half a year, and it prepares you for the bachelor. So you can study English, maths, business administration, and geography during the foundation. And then from the 1st to the 3rd semester of your studies, you will study core courses such as business and management fundamentals and communication and personal development classes. From the 4th semester on, so from 4th to 6th semester, you will have your specialization courses depending on the specialization and the program of your choice. For some of the BBA programs, we also offer the compulsory internship, and we offer, of course, the support for our students to find the place for their internship. So in total, the duration of the bachelor program is 6 semesters. You can see some of the BSc programs on screen. It's International Management, Interactive Marketing, and Entrepreneurship and Governance. Those are the 3 BSc programs. And as for the BBA, it's Event Management, Tourism Management, Hotel Management, and the 4-year program, the only 4-year program that we have, it's called Hotel Management and Operations. And the difference is that in this program, you get also a 1st year of solely practical experience in hospitality. So now moving on to one of the most important points in the university choice, it's a student life. And so once you arrive to Vienna and you decide to study with us and do the bachelor with us, you will have the orientation week during which you will get to know your fellow colleagues and have some ice-breaking activities. Also, during your studies, you can join a lot of different student clubs. We offer hotel clubs, entrepreneurship clubs, even wine clubs for our students. So you have a great choice. And if there is nothing of your choice, you can also create your own club together with the fellow colleague and do something interesting for yourself. Then we also offer the buddy program. That means that once you arrive to Vienna, we will also help you to find the accommodation, to make friends, and this will be your fellow colleague that already is in Vienna and already studying for a couple of semesters, and he or she will be your buddy then. We also do have different social events on campus. We are really international. That's why we have an International Day, for instance. That's a charity event during which our students can represent their countries and their cultural heritage, cook some food, and just play some music and share their activities together. We offer, as I already mentioned, the exchange semester to all of our students. So our students can go abroad to many different countries. Currently, we have more than 40 partner universities where you can do your exchange at. Of course, it's not compulsory, so if you want to go, you can go. And it depends which country you would like to study at. But as you can see on the screen, there are different continents, different places that you can choose. As for the city, we're located in Vienna, as I mentioned, and Vienna was ranked #1 worldwide for 10 years in a row. And of course, that means a lot. Vienna is a really safe and green city. And also, it is really important that it's the largest student city in the German-speaking among German-speaking countries, and that means that as a student you will feel really comfortable here, especially as an international student. And I've been a student myself, I can only prove that. And the city is really it has a lot of activities, and the cultural heritage of the city, of course, is also really important. We have a really rich imperial history in Austria. Of course, I think you might know already about the opera in Vienna and the collections of world-famous art. Besides that, of course, the food and wine is outstanding. So that's also something important for your student life. As for the accommodation, we offer 3 partner dormitories that are located 15 minutes away from the city center and 30 minutes away from the university. These dormitories cost approximately €300 per month, of course, depending on the facilities. But you will get your private room for that and the convenient location that is just in the middle of from the university and the city center. We offer different career opportunities for our students, as I mentioned, because as an international student, you might want to have more networking activities during your studies. And we do support our students also with job and application coaching so that they can apply for the part-time job or for the internship application. We also have the Startup Hub in-house. So that means that if you want to develop your own business idea while studying with us, you can also do so by joining the Startup Hub. They provide the accelerator and the incubator for your ideas, so you can really develop your own business during your studies. As for the practical experience, I've already mentioned that we offer internships. We also do have the real-life case studies. That means that during your classes, you will have a lot of workshops and a lot of knowledge that you will gain from learning about the real-life case studies. And it is, of course, really important, especially for the management specializations. Besides that, we also offer Industry Excellence Program, which is also so-called mentorship program. And it is offered for our best students, so you can shadow the manager for approximately 3 months and then put it in your CV. You can work and choose the industry of your choice and the company of your choice. And of course, as I already mentioned, we do offer the professional workshops in the university for all of our students. Here on the screen, you can see the list of some of our partner companies where our students and graduates are working currently. Of course, it's not the full list, but just so that you can imagine that there are different industries and different companies, also worldwide known, that you can choose and work at or do your internship at. As for our alumni services, we offer the continuous alumni support, and also even after you finish our university, you are still our alumni, so you can still benefit from our career advice and also from the Job Teaser, our job platform, and we will also give you advice on with the career support, and we will provide you with a really strong alumni network after that. So now moving on to one of the most important points. So when you apply to the university, it's admission, of course. We have a 3-step admission process. So you just apply online with all the required documents on our online application platform. Within couple of, so it's usually up to a couple of days, but 24 hours to you, so that you receive the decision of our admission committee and you will be invited for the interview. It can be either personal or Skype. Of course, now it's Zoom or Skype interviews. And then after a couple of days after your interview, you'll also get the final decision of the admission committee on your acceptance. Also, now you can see on the screen the admission requirements for bachelor programs. So what you would need to submit in order to study with us is your high school diploma with transcript of grades, proof of English proficiency on level B2. You can submit one of the following tests that are mentioned on the screen. You can also see the minimum required points on the screen. And we also do accept Duolingo, which is important in the current situation, of course. And also we would need your CV, resume, motivation letter, and one letter of recommendation from the academic source, so from your high school in this case. And here on the screen, you can see the deadlines for our bachelor program. So if you wish to start in fall 2020, the deadline was extended until 30th of June. And also you can apply until the end of October if you want to start your studies in spring. That's the deadlines for the international students. You can also see on the screen the deadlines for the students from the European Union. So thank you so much for your attention. Here on the screen, you can also see some of our social media, and you can also see the link to our Facebook page on your screen. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. And now we're moving on to the next presenter from Vesalius College. It's Heidi.
Switch it on.
Try to refresh maybe your audio, turn it on and off. Heidi, are you there? Okay. Sorry, guys, just a technical issue. Heidi, are you there?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, yes,
now?
you're in. Welcome.
All right. Apologies. There were some issues with the microphone that I didn't want to turn on. But all right. Thank you everyone for joining us. So I'm the last presenter for today, and I represent Vesalius College in Brussels. So we are located in the heart of Europe. Brussels in Belgium is the administrative capital of Europe. We host the headquarters of the European institutions and NATO, which bring us also countless embassies, countless international organizations as well. I hope can everyone hear me very well. I think there might be some problems with. Okay, it's a bit daggy. Okay, I see in the chat that there might be some problems with the microphone. I'll try to speak louder then. So as I was saying, Vesalius College makes very good use of our geographical location. We bring to the classroom not only the knowledge that we can from the European institutions, but also the possibility, of course, for you to network and travel around major capitals that will bring you much more extra to your.
Sorry that I have to interrupt you, but your audio is awful. I don't know, there is a technical issue. So I will ask you to refresh it, to close the window and to try.
Okay.
to come back. Meanwhile, we'll watch your video once again. So just turn it off and come back,
so
and we will see how we're going. Meanwhile, guys, we'll see the video once again. I'm sorry. Let's try again.
Okay.
I think now we're good.
Okay, can you hear me? What better?
Yes, you're clear now. Okay.
Okay, I will move on then to the next slide. So these a few reasons why consider studying in Belgium. Belgium hosts many world-ranked universities in the world. Actually, our mother university, the VUB, has also been ranked very high. So all the degrees we're going to be offered are going to be accredited by the Ministry of Education, and you do have this quality throughout the education. Our programs are taught in English, and Belgium has become a very English-speaking friendly city. You do have the opportunity to learn Dutch and or French for credits at our university, but we also offer you the opportunity to learn much more languages during your free time. Belgium remains a very affordable city. Brussels is a very affordable city to live in compared to many other European capitals. And considering our location and the benefits of studying in Brussels, it's a city that really offers a friendly cost of living for students. You have the possibility to work. So what is quite interesting is Belgium doesn't have official regulations on when you have to leave the country after your student visa expires. And in Belgium, many employers are actually used and willing to sponsor your student visa or your employment visa after your studies. And travel, of course, is a very important option for you to consider wherever you decide to study, especially if you're going abroad. Brussels is very well connected with other European cities within a 2.5-hour train, within an hour and a half flight. You're pretty much everywhere in Europe. Of course, considering a post-COVID world where travel is much more possible, and it's very safe. Brussels remains a very safe city for students. Can walk alone in the evenings, and for students who consider them in the LGBTQ community, it's also a very friendly atmosphere. So, what can I say about Vesalius College? There are 3 words that we would use to describe our university. We're very unique in combining the American and European academic system. So we were founded by an American university, Boston University. However, through our location and being also being in the capital of Europe, we take very good use of the European academic system with a transferable credit system and also very interactive classes. Vesalius College is diverse. We have over 60% of our student population is international. But I think it's important to mention that when talking about internationalization in Belgium, it's a very it depends on the way you see it. Many of our students might have lived in Belgium, for example, for many years through their parents' work, but they were not necessarily Belgian. So Belgium really is a city, is a country of expats, and over 2/3 of the population in Brussels have actually not been born here, or their parents are from somewhere else. And we're also we're very well connected. So as I mentioned, Brussels hosts many international organizations, many embassies through which you can do an internship, and the 2nd largest press corps in the world. So followed only after Washington City. So if you're interested in the world of diplomacy, Brussels really is the city to be in. So about the programs we offer, Vesalius College offers 4 programs, about 4 bachelor's programs of 3 years. Everything we offer can be finished in 3 years. So we have a bachelor's in business, a bachelor in communication and public relations, an international affairs, and international European law. I will go more into detail about every program because everything we offer is very much linked to our geographical location. We make very good use of having the opportunity of having in the business world, for example, multinational companies and their headquarters here in Brussels. If not, many international companies would have their advocacy and lobbying organizations here in Brussels. So, for example, Facebook would not have their headquarters here, but you can still work in the Facebook office here in Brussels. Here you can see some of the minors that we offer. So at Vesalius College, we by combining the American system, we allow students the opportunity to specialize yourself. So even if you're studying, for example, business, you can focus yourself in family business, you can go more into marketing, or for example, international management and government. The next program we offer is communication and public relations. So also a program that is very much linked to the world of international affairs here in Brussels. This program will teach you about lobbying, about public affairs. You can also specialize yourself in marketing. But really, it's a program that students would go more into in depth into traditional communication programs, or such as public relations or advertising, or more like the political side. So more like journalism, lobbying, speech writing. So our students really can specialize yourself already during their bachelor studies. The third program is the Bachelor in International Affairs, definitely the most popular program that we offer, and mainly thanks to our unique location. Brussels hosts many embassies. As I mentioned, you can do an internship at an embassy here in Brussels. But it's a program that combines the knowledge of economics, politics, law, and history. So everything you would be doing is a combination of these four areas, and which then will be bring you a specialization to for example, in European Union studies, in European peace and security studies, or in global governance. Many of our students are focused in European peace and security studies, and they continue on into their masters in this field. The fourth program is the BA in International and European Law. This program is not to become a Belgian lawyer, so it's very important to mention that. It's not for you to become a specialist in Belgian law, but it's a program where you will understand general knowledge of legal systems, and you will then specialize yourself, for example, in international law. You can also then focus, for example, in human rights, which is a minor some of our students are doing, and something they continue on during their masters, or for example, environmental law. So it's a program that allows you to specialize yourself in an area of law. And how do we teach at the Vesalius College? So what we call our theory-guided and experiential learning is something we do usually through extracurricular activities. And this real-world experience can be done through internships, special lectures, conferences, or Capstone. The Capstone is a very interesting project our students do at the end of their third year. So some students, instead of writing a bachelor's thesis, for example, they would work with a real-world client, and for example, producing a policy advice to an organization. Our students have worked with the European Commission. They have worked with the news agency. Last year, our students were working with the Nobel Peace Prize recipient, so the Organization for the Disarmament of Nuclear Weapons. So you really have the opportunity already doing your bachelor's to put into practice the theory of international affairs that you have been teaching. Also, it's important to mention that many of our faculty members are actually already working in the field of international affairs. We work with many adjuncts, so who are professionals in the field, who then teach a few classes with us. And they bring not only the networking opportunities, but also first-hand experience on how is the world and the job market here in Brussels. As I mentioned, we have an internship program that it's not mandatory for students, but the students are encouraged to do so. You can do that for credit. And here are some of the companies where you can go on and do an internship. Many of our students do find the internship through us, but if you're willing to, for example, to go beyond and find an internship elsewhere, you are welcome to do so. As I mentioned, the Capstone, also it's a real life case that students are going to be doing at the end of their third year. It can be quite challenging, but however, you're going to be monitored and working with teams from day one. Also, a very exciting project our students have been working for is the Lorenzo Natali Prize, which is a journalist prize given to renowned journalists worldwide. So you really have the opportunity to put into practice what you have learned towards the end of your third year. We also offer you the abroad opportunity. This is also not a mandatory program for you, but should you wish to do a semester or a full year abroad, you can do so. We have universities ranging from neighboring countries or from very close by, for example, in the UK. You can go to Spain if you don't want to go, let's say, too far from Brussels. But we also have a partnership, for example, with the University of Hawaii for those who would like to go into more exotic places. We have an office for the study abroad department, so it's of course very important that before you leave, you check the courses that you would be doing throughout the program, that you would be doing programs that we might not necessarily teach you, but are part of your curriculum. Where are graduates? So Vesalius College has been around for 32 years, so we do have graduates in quite prominent companies and international organizations and in banks, for example. We have also, but the majority of our students do a master's degree after the program. I think it's very important to keep in mind that the world, for example, of international affairs has become very competitive, and finding a job with only your bachelor's in a city like Brussels can be quite challenging. So we definitely encourage our students to do a master's right away after their studies. So our tuition program, we have a tuition of 13,000 euros per year. We offer an academic excellence scholarship for up to 50% of discount. These scholarships are awarded by semester, so you really have to keep good grades if you have been awarded this scholarship. And we're going to be looking at, for those who would do an IB diploma, we're going to be looking at 37 IB points. But if you don't have an IB diploma and you come with a national curriculum, and 80% of success in your final GPA is what counts. There are deadlines to apply for the scholarship, and this year, due to the lockdown situation, we're still accepting scholarship applications. We accept the IB diploma, we accept the international diplomas also, such as the A levels, but we also look at national diploma. So, for example, if you have obtained national diploma, let's say from Brazil, and which gives you access to a Brazilian university, we can accept that together with the TOEFL or another English language test, which I will mention later on. This year, also because of test centers being closed, we have remained a bit more flexible also with the admissions policy, but keeping in mind, of course, that we're going to be looking at grades and we're going to be looking at the English language requirements. Our application deadlines are fairly late, so European citizens can apply until the 31st of July, and non-European citizens can apply until the 30th of June. So still a few weeks to apply. We also have a spring intake, so this is important for you to know. If you, for example, you are considering on taking a gap semester, or after your studies you would like to go, let's say, work for a few months or just take some time off, you can apply in the fall and then join us on campus in January. How has the current situation affected our studies? So I would like to just mention that within 1 week, we moved all our classes online, and they have gone fairly well. We even hosted not only the exams, but also our graduation ceremony. This means that our semester for this fall will be online. We have decided to do that so that we allow non-European citizens to process their visas on time, and perhaps to then deal with more personal reasons. So students are welcome on campus as of January. We have taken this into consideration in our admissions and scholarship deadlines, so we are accepting the applications until a bit later than we would usually do. Some students, as I mentioned, would have to do the SAT or ACT. So if you're interested in our programs, I would ask you to send an email to admissions at vesalius.edu. But the majority of diplomas are accepted without these standardized tests. And also, as of this spring, we accept the Duolingo English language test for those who have not studied in English during their high school and cannot do the TOEFL or IELTS. And the visa process, just a few words about how is the visa process in Belgium. So here is an address for the Belgian consulates, which some of them still remain closed until probably end of this month or early next month. There are some records you need to provide, but at Vesalius College, we offer you the option of blocked account. This is very important for you to consider when you have to fund your studies and you need to show to the local embassies. that you have the financial means to study abroad, because this would then, of course, help you better with the chances of obtaining your visas. Right, I think this is everything from Vesalius College. Here you can see the email addresses that we answered to, and we have been hosting also our own webinars throughout the past week and next week. So if you're interested, we'll be more than happy to chat through there. Right, thank you very much, and we will now move on to the Q&A section of the webinar.
Guys, that we couldn't hear Heidi properly as the connection was very poor, but we'll make sure to make a recording and send it to all of you. You will receive it via email. So let's jump to the Q&A session. I'm turning off.
We are back on, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, Heidi only is missing. So should I will start first, maybe by the order of the presentations. So there is a question about whether there are German courses available throughout the studies. The answer is yes. There are German courses available for the entire duration of your studies. I think the same is relevant for Modul, of course, and Vesalius. We all have, you can study the local language at the school. Also, just to make clear, for the SAT, this can be exempted if you've studied IB program, for example, or A levels. But in Germany, at least, this is regulated under law. So depending on combination of the subjects that you studied, admission has to check, and if it's good by the law, then it can be exempted.
So should I move to the next question?
I don't know, we can change.
Okay, perfect. So maybe I will start with the question about the scholarships, as many of you asked about the scholarships in our universities. So for Modul University, we do not offer full scholarships, but we offer two different types of reductions. It's a merit grant in amount of 5,000 euro that is granted to the students with the outstanding academic achievements, and also the early payment reduction amount of 3,000 euro. And this one you can secure by applying until the deadline. In this case, if you want to apply for fall 2020, the deadline is on 30th of June. And also 31st of October is a deadline for the early payment reduction if you want to apply for the spring semester. So yes, that's for the scholarships at Modul University.
At Vesalius College, we don't offer full ride either. We have up to 50%. So this would remain at 6,500 for the full year. And the cost of living in Brussels would be 450 to 600 euros per room or a shared flat. Plus what you would be then spending on food, for example, monthly and other costs. But as I mentioned, Brussels remain a fairly affordable city, where also travel is very affordable through other European cities.
Yeah. So for Jakob's, there is scholarships available, as I explained during the presentations. Students can cover the full tuition fee by either merit-based scholarship, need-based grant, plus the student loan that they can take. The expected payment is for room and board, so food and accommodation, which is fixed 8,000 per year.
Okay, so now maybe the next question about the SAT requirements. So for Modul University, we would need the SAT requirement minimum 1,100 points. And also, as there was a question about the US high school, for us, we would need either 4 APs or the SAT result with more than 1,100 points, or ACT 5 courses with minimum 22 points. So that's That's for the American program for us for the admissions.
Yeah, so for us, the American high school diploma, no matter where you do it in the world, it should be complemented by either 3 APs, SAT with 1100, or the ACT with a 25. So if you do a US high school diploma, you don't need to do the TOEFL or the IELTS, only the SAT.
Okay, there is a question about Duolingo. Do you accept Duolingo tests? We accept Duolingo as a substitute to TOEFL or IELTS. So no problem if you want to take it from home. And now I think it's even maybe a better option.
Diana, do you want to go first?
Yes. Yeah, so I think we're all offering Duolingo, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
Perfect. So there was also a question about the computer science program at Modul University. We do not offer computer science programs, unfortunately, at the moment. What about other universities?
I think Jacobs is the only one of us who has a program.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
Yes, there is a computer science program that you can study, in engineering in general. There's a question about, I see a few students asked about IB programs and if there is any privileges for IB students. Well, the only privilege, let's say, is that you could be exempted from SAT, let's say. And of course, depending on your score, as I said, you are considered for merit-based scholarships as well. So this is also relevant for IB students.
Yeah, same for us. I think that's the main. It's just straightforward entry to university and an IB diploma for us. The average is 27 IB points and 37 for those who would wish to apply for the scholarship. And I know some universities would transfer credits from the IB program, but at Vesalius College we don't accept transfer credits from the IB.
So same for us, IB diploma, like IB program gives the direct entry to the university, and also for us, again, the minimum required point would be 27.
Can I waive proof of English proficiency if I can prove I spent a year in the US as an exchange student? How it is for you guys? At Vesalius College, we need at the minimum 3 years in an English-speaking environment to waive the proof of English. 1 year, unfortunately, is not enough for us.
It is same for us, also 3 years for Modul University.
Yes, usually it's 3 years in an English-speaking environment or country. There is a question about the application fees from Goran. At Jacobs, we don't have application fee. And also, of course, I mean, there is a lot of question about scholarships. So I will also, guys, advise you to contact us directly because we have different, let's say, offers and programs regarding scholarships.
Yeah, definitely. I think also it depends by program if you need to take high level or standard level courses. At Vesalius College, because we don't offer engineering and math programs, we don't have any specifications, so we accept the full IB diploma, no matter the subject combination. But it's true that it really depends on the program that you want to study and the university that you're looking into.
For us, also regarding the application fee, we do not have any application fee at Modul University as well.
We have a €50 application fee. I saw there was a question quite specifically for Vesalius College about European integration. So yes, you can do a minor, for example, in European studies that focuses then on the European integration process. We also have then later on a master's degree and a specialized master actually in European integration. But for doing your bachelor's, yes, there are many courses that you can take on focusing on European studies.
So I also can see the specific question for Modul, whether it is possible to apply without IELTS. Yes, it's possible. And if you have the Duolingo test, then it's, of course, possible for our application process because it's one of the tests that we accept.
There is also a question for Jacobs, how much is the tuition fee? it's 20,000 euros without scholarships.
I think I've also seen the question about the tuition fees for Modul. So the bachelor program at Modul cost the tuition fees 37,000 euro for the whole program, so for 3 years, which makes about 6,100 per semester.
Okay. I see. Where's the application for what? Yes. So we have our own platform. You just go to our website, vesalius.edu, or you send me an email, and I will share the link with you. It's not via Common App, but it's quite similar and quite straightforward application where you just fill your information and you upload the necessary documents. And we will follow up with you within usually 1 week from the moment you have submitted a complete application. I think our emails are also there for those who
yes, emails are uploaded.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we covered the both questions.
Yes, I also cannot see any questions to Modul anymore.
Yeah, we're done with the questions. If someone wants to ask something more, just contact our presenters via email and they will be glad to answer you. Thank you all for being with us in 3 beautiful countries for just an hour. Thank you as well for being so proactive today. And now let's see the 3 beautiful videos once again. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
Okay.
While you're in a classroom, you have partners from all over the world.
We interact a lot with other courses and other majors. You get a lot of practical hands-on experience of all the things that you learn in theory in class.
Isn't this multicultural environment where you can learn more? I would say Jacobs is not also a university, but also a partner for you to go into your career.
Thumbs up.